What's up, bitch? Average Kurt here, aka the internet chef who's been getting a lot of DMs from older gentlemen lately. Mainly my dad. He got a new smoker for Christmas and is loving it, but he has tons of questions, so I decided to make a step-by-step video on how I make my ribs. As you can see, they look incredible and are extremely easy to make. And on the side, I'm making smashed potatoes. And while I will be using a smoker today, you can do the same recipe inside your oven if you don't have one. To make this, here's what you'll need. St. Louis spare ribs. You can use baby backs, I prefer St. Louis, and look at that price. Very affordable. You'll need some mustard. You don't need a giant jug like that, that's just how I roll. Some squeezable butter, parquet, some sort of rib rub, some pistachios, cilantro, which are optional. For the smashed potatoes, get you some small potatoes, garlic salt, pepper, and olive oil, and some cheese is what you'll need for those. First thing I'm going to do is trim up this rack of ribs. There's just something about handling meat that feels right. Makes me feel like a man. Anyone else? Just me? Right. Anyways, so I like to cut off the end. I like a nice uniform rack. Yeah. Now I got it flipped over. You can see it's got a big meat flap on the back there, so we're going to do some rejuvenation. Remove that meat flap. It doesn't need to be there. You just want a nice smooth backside. Next, got to remove the membrane on the back, which is really easy. You'll see there's like a thin layer of like skin that you can kind of peel away. You can use a butter knife to kind of make a bigger wedge, and you just want to grab a paper towel and just kind of grab a chunk of it and rip it off. You might have to pry for a little while, but eventually you'll get like this and just rip the whole strip off. Then you just got to rub it down with some mustard. This is just the glue for the rub. It won't add any flavor. It won't. And then you just want to cover it and rub. You want it thick. You want to cake it on. You don't want that white boy, seasoning game. You want that ethnic I don't know what to say there. Don't cancel me. But yeah, you just want to put as much rub on. You just don't want to see any yellow. Apply rub until the yellow's gone. Now I'm kind of worried about that ethnic joke. Shit. Anyways, gonna smoke these at 225 for 3 hours, and I rotate it halfway through because my smoker has a hot spot. And here they are after 3 hours. Now it's time to wrap them in butter and brown sugar. I know I forgot to mention brown sugar in the ingredients. I also forgot to mention barbecue sauce, but this is average Kurt Cooks, not professional chef does awesome shit cooks. I make mistakes, I'm not perfect. Anyways, just coat the ribs in brown sugar and butter, make a nice TikTok for all your TikTok fans if you're like me. Then I'm gonna wrap them in aluminum foil once, twice, thrice. That's 3 times. Then I'm gonna put them in my oven, which is set at 225 for 2 hours. FYI, this is a 3-2-1 rib method. You smoke them for 3 hours, wrap them for 2, and then we're gonna cook them and sauce them for 1 more hour after we unwrap them. I'm going with the sweet and spicy Sweet Baby Ray's, a fantastic barbecue sauce. So I'm just gonna sauce them, then put them back in the oven at 225 for 1 hour, re-saucing every 15 minutes. While that's going on, I'm gonna pulse these pistachios. Dice up that cilantro, that fancy green shit. Now it's time to make some smashed potatoes. Take 2 tablespoons of salt, put it in some water, get it boiling, and add some small yellow potatoes. I know they got like a specific name. I don't know what they are. I just know you need small yellow potatoes. Probably red too. I don't care. Once you got all your potatoes in the jacuzzi, turn it to medium-low and let it sit for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, it's time to strain and smash. You need some sort of flat bottom surface. This whiskey glass works great, and you're just gonna smash them till they're about 2 inches thick. So not like, you don't want like completely like paper thin, you want it to be thick. Usually I put parchment paper directly on a baking sheet and smash them on it so I don't have to move it, but I'm cooking these in the air fryer for the first time because that's all air fryers are good for, is cooking potatoes, and I couldn't smash them directly on the weird tray that the air fryer comes with because it has holes in it, because air fryers are stupid and so are their trays. Anyways, rant over. Also, I made 2 trays of these and the bottom tray cooked like shit. Stupid air fryers. Anyways, we're gonna coat these with olive oil, black pepper, and garlic salt. Then I put them in the air fryer on the air fryer setting at 400 degrees, I guess, and after about 5 minutes, they were ready to flip. Now, normally I cook these in the oven at 450, and you cook them for 15 minutes before you flip. So yeah, the air fryer cooks things quickly, mainly potatoes. I get it, whatever. Then I'm gonna top them with some mozzarella cheese, garlic salt, and black pepper. I put them back in the air fryer for I think 3 minutes. If you put them back in the oven, do it for 5 to 7. These look awesome, and you saw how easy they were to make. Anybody could do it. Well, maybe not people that are really into astrology. What's with those people? Anyways, gonna slice up these ribs after they've been in the oven for 1 hour getting sauced 4 times. And look at that nice smoke ring, the pinkness around the outside. That's what you want. That is perfect. And when slicing ribs, sometimes the bones can be weird, so you gotta kinda like cut around it and find your way. So the first 4 were like a pain in the ass, the last 4, super easy. Look at that beautiful smoke ring, perfect rib. As you can see, they came out awesome. The pistachio and cilantro accoutrements are optional, but I think they look fantastic. You're gonna get tons of likes on the Instagram. All your old high school flings are gonna message you on Facebook if you post these. These are amazing. I did it again. Now, all that's left is to take these ribs and all into them. Oh man, these ribs are tender and juicy, sweet and spicy from the sauce, got some crunch from the pistachio, some saltiness from the rub, so much umami, so many flavors going on right now. Big foodie word there, umami. Big word. And one thing I want to note, you don't want your meat falling off the bone when you make ribs. That means you made them improperly. I learned from the greats and I do what they do. Now it's time to get my famous sauce and add them to these smashed potatoes. Big shocker, the smashed potatoes were amazing. And I think I've already given it away, but this slippity slaps all over the place. Delicious. Threw out my shoulder there. Anyways, hey you. Did you like the shit you saw today? If so, please like and subscribe. Also, follow me on the gram and TikTok, pick up your pants, show off the guns at Average Kirk Cooks. Salute to you guys for watching. I'm just gonna sit here, get fat on these ribs and smashed potatoes, and just, enjoy the hell out of my life. Cheers.